When you see the word moles in chemistry, you want to see what that mole is in relation to. If the mole is in relation to an individual amount, something that could be counted, like individual amounts of atoms, molecules, ions, or particles, you'll want to use Avogadro's number, where 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of any of those individual amounts. If you see the word mole and it's asking for a mass, or a mass is given and you want an amount of moles, in that case, you're going to want to use the molar mass. The molar mass comes from the atomic masses given on the periodic table. So again, if you need to get a molar mass of a substance, you're going to look at the atomic mass of the substance on the periodic table, and you're going to prescribe whatever the atomic mass is with the units of grams per 1 mole. So let's look at a couple examples. The first question here asks us to relate the amount of atoms to moles. That's what we want. So we're given an amount of moles, 14.1 moles, and we want an amount of atoms. So again, here, if it's asking to go between atoms and moles, then our conversion factor is going to be Avogadro's number, where 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. In this case, we're going to have the unit of atoms. Now that we have our given, what we want, and our conversion factor, we can easily set this problem up. Again, start with your given, 14.1 moles, and you multiply by your conversion factor. We want atoms, so we put Avogadro's number on top with the unit of atoms, and we get rid of the 1 mole that'll be on the bottom. So those two will cancel out with each other. And if you plug that into your calculator, you should get 8.49 times 10 to the 24th atoms. Okay, again, we recognize it's going from how many atoms given some amount of moles, so that's when you use Avogadro's number. In the next question, how many grams are in 3.72 moles of NaCl? Again, we see the word moles. What are we trying to relate it to? In this question, it wants grams. If we see grams, we want to think molar mass. Grams are a unit of mass. So let's identify, again, what we're given is the 3.72 moles of NaCl. And we want grams. So in this case, moles to grams, that's the relationship. We need to use a conversion factor of molar mass. So we're going to figure out how much the molar mass is by using the periodic table. Again, so let's write out our little, I like to be neat with this. So the molar mass of NaCl, so we're going to look up sodium. In NaCl, there's 1 atom of sodium. The molar mass on my periodic table is 22.990. So 1 times 22.990 gives me 22.990. Then I have chlorine, 1 chlorine in NaCl, and I look on the periodic table, that's 35.453, and so 1 of those gives me a total amount of 35.543. I add those up for a total of 58.443. So my molar mass is going to be 58.443 grams per 1 mole. Don't forget that per 1 mole. This is your conversion factor. Now it takes a little bit extra work when we have these problems, but it's just that simple. So we're going to start with our given, the 3.72 moles of NaCl. and we're gonna use our conversion factor that we just found. In this case, we want to get rid of moles, so 1 mole will go at the bottom, and we're going to put that 58.443 grams on the top. Gonna pop that in our calculator. We're going to get rid of moles, and we should get a total of about 216 grams of NaCl. All right, so again, in this case, I knew to use the molar mass because it was relaying moles to grams. So again, first question, moles to atoms. So moles related to atoms, I use Avogadro's number. Moles related to grams, I use molar mass. Let's look at one more problem here where it's asking us to go from grams to molecules. So in this case, I don't have a direct conversion between grams to molecules, but I do have the ability to turn grams to moles, and I also have the ability to turn molecules to moles. So this is going to be a two-step problem, and that's what you want to identify. So if you ever see something with grams to molecules or grams to atoms, or really in this case, any grams to anything else, you will want to use the molar mass in the middle. You want to use Avogadro's number in the middle. In this case, I don't have a direct route. I'm going to go grams to moles, and then I'm going to go moles to molecules. So this can be a more challenging question, but again, I know that I don't have a direct grams to molecules. That doesn't exist, but they do have moles in common, so that's how I'm going to solve this problem. So I already know the molar mass of NaCl from the previous problem, but so if it was a different compound, I could just solve that the same way. In this case, I know my molar mass is 58.443 grams per 1 mole. And again, I know Avogadro's number is 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. In this case, I'm going to use molecules. And now I'm just going to set my problem up. I'm going to start with the given. So the given was 48.0 grams of NaCl. I want molecules. I can't go directly from grams to molecules, but I'm going to go from grams to moles. So I'm going to turn those grams into moles by putting 1 mole at top and 58.443 grams at the bottom. So now my grams will cancel out and I'm left with unit of mole. I'm halfway there. I want to keep going. Now I want to get units of molecules, so I want 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd molecules on top, so I can get rid of that unit of mole. I'm left with the unit of molecule. That's good. So now my equation is set up. I can pop that in my calculator, and you should end up with something around the 4.95 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of NaCl. So again, the most important thing when doing these problems is identifying, when you see the word moles, identifying what it's related to. Then you're going to know which proper conversion unit to use.